In this video, I'm going to talk about why thinking of death can help us live a more clear and complete life. I'm also going to share with you the top 5 regrets of the dying and how that can help us. I have a friend who works with people who are dying, and he told me there was a man in hospice who was slowly passing away. And he started to talk about how wonderful his life was. I had a really good job, a wonderful family, a very beautiful house. I traveled the world and did many things. And then he paused for a moment and then said, "But what did I really do in this life? What was this all about anyways?" When I heard this, it really hit me and made me start to think about my own life and what I'm doing. And I think it's helpful to imagine ourselves on the deathbed. What would we be thinking about? What's really important? I just ran into a blog by Bronnie Ware. I think I'm saying that right. And it's about the top 5 regrets of the dying. I'd like to share this with you and talk about how this can help us. I'll put a link down below to this blog post. And Bronnie worked with people who were dying for many years and heard a lot from them and wrote down the top 5 regrets. And the first one is, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I really connected with this. When I was in my early 20s, living in Seattle, I always felt that I was living a life that society was telling me to live. You go to school, you go to college, you get a good job, you get married, you have kids, you work all your life, and then retire, and hopefully have enough energy to travel. And I knew even back then, in my gut, that this wasn't right. In Zen, we talk about experiencing your true self, right? Because usually we create this idea of self, and we look outside of ourselves for approval, for happiness. We're really not living the life that we should be. So it's really important to wake up and perceive our true self. This true self doesn't belong to you. This true self is you. And if we live life relying on this true self, our life becomes clear. The second regret is, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I know people who work 60 to 80 hours a week, and they're always tired, their health is falling apart, they have no time to spend with their family and friends. All for what? I'm imagining being on the deathbed, thinking, I should have worked a lot more. I should have made a lot more money. Now, some people are in situations where they have no choice. But I think many people are not clear about why they lived their life. So in Zen, there's this teaching of inside work and outside work. If you want to know what to do in this world, first we have to do the inside work. and that is understanding our true self. And when that is clear, our outside job is to help others. Now, we can express that in many different ways. The third regret is, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. This is interesting to me because what does it mean to express our feelings? I know from my experience of practicing meditation for many years is we either hold on or attach to our feelings where they become out of control and creates problems for ourselves and others. But there's also ignoring feelings or even pushing them away, where we start to live a life in denial. I know I made a video called What is Spiritual Bypassing that kind of points to this. So it's really important to be clear with our thoughts and clear with our feelings. Be honest. And express them in a clear way. And this really will help create a stronger bond and connection with other people. The fourth regret is, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. This is also interesting to me to think about because I had friends in high school and also when I went to the audio engineering school. I'm still in contact with some of them, but I'm not very close to them. And I'm thinking just in my life in general, I have a lot of friends, but I don't spend a lot of time with people. Mostly I spend time with my family and teaching Zen. But one thing I've noticed is I'm very close to Sangha. So Sangha is like the community of people who practice together. So I practice Zen meditation, but it could be at your church or something like that. Because the Sangha or this community always reminds me of my direction. What is the purpose of my life? And also if I'm going down the wrong path or maybe not doing so well, the Sangha gives me the energy to investigate that and also to keep moving forward. The last regret is, I wish that I had let myself be happier. This makes me curious, what is happiness? You know, thinking back in my early 20s, I was always chasing something outside of myself to make me happy, to help me feel complete. If I get that ideal job, I'll be happy. If I get that ideal relationship, I'll be happy. But I noticed there's a problem with this, because if I didn't get that thing, I wasn't happy. If I got that thing, I couldn't keep it. So where is happiness now? Or I got that thing, I was happy. And then later, I wanted more. It wasn't enough. Or I wanted it to be a little bit different. So there's a problem with that. True happiness is not dependent on anything outside of us. So earlier I mentioned experiencing our true self. If we perceive this true self, then this moment is already complete. True happiness appears. But it's not a feeling. You know, when I think of happiness, sometimes I think of feeling good. But it means if I'm sad, it's okay. If I'm frustrated, it's okay. If I don't get what I want, it's okay. If I'm feeling good, it's okay. So I think reflecting on these 5 regrets can really help us take action in this moment. Whatever we do now makes the next moment. So, if this moment is clear, your whole life is clear. I hope this video was helpful. I made a video last week called The Real Purpose of Life. I recommend that you check it out. I'll put a link down below because it's connected to what we talked about today. Anyways, if this video was helpful, you can let me know by liking this video, share this video with someone, or subscribe to my channel. Also, I'd be interested in hearing from you. If you are on your deathbed, what regrets do you think you will have? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, everyone, I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you very soon.